after the moment spread across social media, many fans began paying attention to the smaller details in their expressions. The way Jungkook stared at the iPad before looking back at Kim Taehyung made many people feel that he was genuinely curious about what Taehyung was trying to show him. Meanwhile, Taehyung looked completely relaxed, almost as if he knew his random person shrugging light skin tone gesture would instantly leave Jungkook either laughing or confused. Simple interactions like this feel more real to fans than huge on-stage moments because they reveal their natural side when they are not performing in front of official cameras. Many ARMYs also viewed this moment as another example of how communication between Taehyung and Jungkook often happens so naturally and spontaneously. There was no exaggerated fan service or dramatic action involved, just two people who seemed incredibly comfortable sharing a small moment together. Ironically, because it looked so genuine, fans felt their chemistry became even more noticeable. Even a tiny shoulder shrug paired with Taehyung's innocent expression was enough to become a trending topic within the fandom for days. In the end, the iPad moment once again proved that their relationship can capture attention through the simplest interactions. Taehyung, with his unique personality and signature expressions, managed to create a funny and unforgettable atmosphere in just a few seconds, while Jungkook once again showed how attentive he always is toward Taehyung. It is no surprise that many fans describe their dynamic as warm, comfortable, and filled with an energy that naturally makes people smile while watching them. This moment became one of those small interactions between Kim Taehyung and Jungkook that instantly sent fans into a frenzy because their chemistry felt so natural and sweet. The moment happened while they were together backstage or in a relaxed area. Taehyung was seen holding an iPad and showing something to Jungkook. His expression looked serious yet relaxed at the same time, like someone who was genuinely excited to share something he found interesting or funny. Jungkook then looked at the iPad screen attentively, appearing curious about what Taehyung was actually showing him. After Jungkook asked something or reacted as if he wanted a further explanation, Taehyung simply responded with a small person shrugging light skin tone gesture while wearing his signature innocent expression. The gesture looked as if he was saying, "I don't know either," or "well, that's just how it is," which instantly made the moment feel funny and adorable. Fans loved that tiny detail because it perfectly showed how Taehyung often acts randomly while Jungkook continues to follow along with full attention. What made the moment feel special was not just the iPad or whatever they were looking at, but the way they communicated so comfortably with each other. Without needing many words, the two seemed to already understand each other's expressions and habits naturally. Taehyung looked completely free to show things spontaneously, while Jungkook automatically focused on listening and paying attention to him. Many fans also said that Taehyung's little shrug felt like a classic Taehyung moment, slightly mysterious, funny, and effortlessly charming. Meanwhile, Jungkook's reaction showed just how much attention he gives to Taehyung even during the simplest moments. Small interactions like this are often the reason why their relationship continues to attract so much attention from the fandom, because their chemistry feels genuine and never forced. Even though the moment only lasted a few seconds, it once again made fans talk about how comfortable and close they seem behind the scenes. It was not a huge or dramatic interaction, but rather simple things like showing each other something on an iPad, asking questions, and responding with funny expressions that made many people feel their connection was incredibly warm and genuine. Moments like this are actually not the first time fans have talked about the relationship between Kim Taehyung and Jungkook. Over the years, the two have often been caught on camera sharing spontaneous interactions that feel incredibly natural, from quietly paying attention to each other backstage, laughing over random things, to subtly checking on one another in the middle of busy group schedules. Because of that, this iPad moment instantly felt familiar to many fans, almost like a continuation of the many small interactions they have shared before that always manage to capture the fandom's attention. Some fans even say that the most interesting thing about Taehyung and Jungkook's dynamic is how they can make the simplest situations feel special. They do not need long conversations or dramatic actions to make people notice them. The way Jungkook listens attentively, Taehyung's innocent expressions, and even a tiny person shrugging light skin tone shrug are enough to send social media into chaos. Many armies believe that chemistry like this is difficult to fake because it looks so comfortable and happens naturally without any forced effort. This interaction also highlights Taehyung's personality, often described as unpredictable yet charming at the same time. He seemed like someone spontaneously showing something simply because he found it interesting, only to respond randomly when asked about it afterward. Jungkook, meanwhile, looked completely used to that side of Taehyung, as seen in the way he calmly continued paying attention to him. Dynamics like this make many fans feel that their relationship is filled with comfort and mutual understanding even without needing many words. On social media, countless edits and comments appeared shortly after the clip spread online. Fans began slowing down the video, analyzing their eye contact, and discussing tiny expressions that might not be noticeable at first glance. It once again showed how even the simplest interaction between Taehyung and Jungkook always carries a special charm for the fandom. Even a moment lasting only a few seconds can turn into a long discussion because their chemistry feels so warm and enjoyable to watch. In the end, the iPad moment became yet another example of how the simplest things often leave the biggest impression on fans. There was no dramatic setup or exaggerated action involved, just two people who seemed genuinely comfortable enjoying each other's company. And perhaps that simplicity is exactly why so many people feel their interactions look sincere, natural, and filled with an energy that instantly makes anyone smile while watching them. Another reason why this moment became such a huge topic among fans is because of how genuine their body language looked throughout the interaction. Jeon Jungkook did not seem distracted even for a second while listening to Kim Taehyung, and Taehyung himself appeared completely comfortable acting playful and random around him. Fans often believe that these subtle details reveal more about their connection than any scripted or official content ever could. The relaxed atmosphere between them made the entire interaction feel effortless and real, which is exactly why so many people became attached to the moment almost instantly. Many armies also pointed out how moments like this reflect the strong sense of familiarity between Taehyung and Jungkook after spending so many years together. Even without speaking much, they seem to naturally understand each other's reactions and energy. Taehyung's small shrug and amused expression felt almost instinctive, while Jungkook's calm and attentive response made it look like he was already used to Taehyung's unpredictable behavior. Fans love seeing this kind of quiet understanding between them because it creates an atmosphere that feels warm, comfortable, and emotionally genuine. As the clip continued circulating online, fans kept replaying the interaction and discovering new little details each time they watched it. Some focused on Jungkook's expression when he first looked at the iPad, while others could not stop talking about Taehyung's effortlessly cute reaction afterward. What made the moment stand out so much was the fact that nothing dramatic actually happened, yet their chemistry alone was enough to make millions of fans smile. In many ways, this interaction perfectly captures why even the smallest Taehyung and Jungkook moments can leave such a lasting impression on the fandom.